Hi. What time is it?
It's time for lunch.
It's Bearded Babble time. Or it's
What time is it?
Actually,
It is
it's
time
dinner
for
time.
lunch.
Is it? If you want to have lunch now, you can have lunch now.
It's not
Let's
really.
go. I go right to Bubble Guppies. Sorry.
Right to
I said,
Bubble
What time is
Guppies.
it? I said it's time for lunch.
It's time to do another Bearded Babble. We're getting back on track. We're going to be trying to. We're going to be filming certain days a week, and we're going to try to post something every Friday.
Yes.
That's our goal for
That
the
is the
Bearded
goal.
Babble. Like I said, whether it's us down here, Jaden, the family, whether I have a guest, whatever it's going to be, we're going to shoot for Fridays though, and so you'll have something to look forward to on Fridays. Not just the weekend, but you'll have the Bearded Babble to look forward
You'll
to on
have
Fridays.
something to go with into the
Something
weekend.
to start your
Exactly.
weekend.
Just so it's going to make
It's
life
excitement on the Friday.
make
all the
life
way
better.
in.
And
Yep.
that's what we've been trying to do here. If you haven't seen, I was on with Opie the other day. Did a quick little chat with him. Just inspirational and positive and all good stuff. Just what we're trying to do here. I ordered a book, and my book came in today. I just ordered this, Soul Boom, Why We Need a Spiritual Revolution, Rainn Wilson. I've been hearing an awful lot about this online. A lot of people posting up about it. Great stuff. So I will be reading this over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully it has a couple of pages that I can color or something, because I like coloring books. But if not, I'll read through it and I'll let you know as I find out what the book is all about.
If
but
your
it's supposed
soul
to be,
booms.
if my soul booms, we'll see if the book lives up to its name.
That's right. That sounds good.
So yeah, just keeping all good stuff going. We have something coming up this weekend. Dakota and I are going over to PA, have a little con over there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some good stuff. You went out and had a nice lunch today.
I did a lovely lunch with Jennifer. We had a
Hi,
good
Jennifer.
lunch. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
So
was a good lunch.
yeah, we're just keeping the momentum, keeping everything just moving in a good direction, just keeping it positive, good flows, good energy. Speaking of good energy, this one over here is always creating on every different level. You actually brought something, before we get into that, you actually brought up something else that you were, what did you bring up the other day? Clothing design? And I was like, no, you have to stop.
Dressmaking.
Dressmaking. This girl is doing at least 75 things a week, like new. She's just taking everything on and she masters it within like 24 to 48 hours. And then she's like, okay, what's next? So
I think I pick up a new hobby every 2 months, and this summer's going to be dangerous.
it seems like it's every 2 days with you.
No, it's she's about right.
Well,
Every
I
2
want
months.
to, like, every day is
Sometimes
probably
every
like a
2
new
days.
thing I want to do, but realistically.
But are you getting to the point that you're getting overwhelmed though? You have so
No.
but the game the game is definitely something that takes up a lot of your mind space.
Right.
You know, it's definitely filling you up. We discussed it a lot throughout the house. Again, we're going to get into her game down the road once we get a lot more of it, but it's going to be an amazing thing. You stay tuned to find out more about that. That's going to be cool. But again, since, you know, Jenny and I are pretty much, we've discussed on the last episode, since we're pretty much just always stressed and tired, Dakota is the one that's always bringing stuff to the house. She's always has something to talk about. Otherwise, Jenny and I would probably just come on here and we'd probably just nap.
Well, not on this couch.
Well, okay, all right. Somebody doesn't like my set.
On this stupid,
All right.
No, I
ugly,
like the
dumb
set.
couch.
I like
Listen,
the set.
We're
It's
just
just
getting
an
started. Give me some time. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Well, this is an old couch.
Yeah, no, is this an old couch with a
from the-
cover?
yeah, this is. I mean, I grew up with this couch.
This chair is not working.
It's from the
either.
1800s.
1800s.
It is. It's from.
That's right, because I grew up in the 1800s.
This, if you look carefully, I think it's from the Knights Templar. I think it all goes back
Maybe.
to Curse of Oak Island.
Maybe we might have the that figured out.
We're gonna have to do an episode. We're gonna have to watch Curse of Oak Island. That's been the thorn in my side for how many years? As long as Curse of Oak Island has been on, if you know anything about
Yeah,
the
because
show.
you started it, and then
I
a couple of years
loved
in, he
the
got me into
story
it.
As a kid, I got
Now
her
I'm
into
into
it.
I watched it for a year and I got out quick.
It's
Dakota
just-
couldn't anymore.
It's become an hour of just
Disappointment.
disappointment and stretching things and wishing things and hopefully and possibly and theories. Yeah, we just basically just rip it apart for an hour now. So I think we're just going to have to film one of those.
We want them to find something.
Yeah,
but
Rick and Morty, we're rooting for you.
yeah, we're on their side. It's just it never happens. So It becomes like, let's bash it for an hour.
We look for what we call mindless TV at night, stress relief, something to unwind and relax. And it was because we were finding things like we were finding, like Jenny and I we were in the dirt, like we were in the mud, like we were
there,
like, oh my God, look, I found this.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
Well, we were learning because it's on the Histories Channel. So, I mean, I don't usually watch stuff like that. So I was, like, fascinated because I'm actually learning about history and...
The Knights Templar.
Knights Templar.
It's just becoming... But anyway, so that's been stressing us out, and we don't need that. But then...
Well, it hasn't really been.
I don't want to blame our stress.
Really
I'm going to blame our stress on Curse of
Although yesterday you just like, I think I'm going to have to stop. This is really affecting my mental health.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't take much to affect my mental health these days, but something that's been helping my mental health, conversations with Opie, books about positive things, and Dakota, again, one of the 9 million things that she's doing is music making, but not just like music making. Like, she's playing instruments, she's teaching herself to play instruments, she's creating on FL Studios. But what she's creating is like we're working on theme music eventually. But I want to do some live drumming for that. We want to have some live instruments, and we're going to put that together.
I gotta find the flute. You know,
yeah, the flute is over here. The flute's a massive.
I haven't played flute since 8th grade, but no, it's okay. I can pick it up.
You just picked up FL Studio, and you just jumped right into it, and you really. You have something that you created last night that you wanted to play a little bit for us, and if you want to play any more of the stuff that you're working on too, because you're kind of all over the place.
Just snippets, of course. Just snippets.
Yeah.
She's not giving away whole songs.
Yes.
Just snippets of.
Oh, and we have to. I guess
her
we have to announce for YouTube that this is our music. This is
original.
Yeah, how do we get through the copyright things? Oh.
No, we will be safe unless down the line I copyright your video.
Oh, you'll monitor. Oh, I see the way it goes. How quickly they change.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is a song I wrote last night. It's just a little quick ambience piece because I wanted to practice ambient music because I always go like really crazy and I'm trying to write full songs, and it was like, let me take a step back to when I like first started creating and the music was kind of simple and just like basic things, so that's what I did.
How long did it take you? How did this come to you, and how long did it take you to put this together?
Well, actually, what happened last night, I was downloading some presets from Contact, the pack that I got. I was downloading more things, and I was like, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to play on the piano downstairs with the one key that's not working.
Yes, I know. I need to get it tuned.
Yes, that's your reminder. Get it tuned. So I was like, yeah, I might... I'll try and think of something while that's going. And then I wrote a completely different song, or like concept, and I have it recorded. And then I was like, okay, let me go back upstairs. But then my phone died while I was like halfway through recording. So I was like, okay, I'll just like work on something else. And then I created this in like a half hour or so.
Let's hear it.
And I just kind of didn't think, I just wrote, so.
I like not thinking.
It's a calm little short, simple piece.
Okay, now I turned down our mics and I brought them back up because I've heard it before and it's amazing, but it's the background. And the thing is that you were chuckling, I think, because the background sounds, it's very like peaceful. It's almost, how did you create the background?
Yeah, so as I was working on the song, I was like, I wanna start experimenting with sound design and just in general. So I was like, the first thing that popped into my head was. And I was like, okay, I'll just like record that and see what happens with it. And with that like specific like sound, I just slowed it down, add some reverb, added a bunch of effects to it, and then it became that like bird-like calming.
Yes.
But with it slowed down and everything, you can't.
That's amazing. Like I'm constantly flooding her DMs with like my Instagram feed has become weird music and what are they called,
synths and like altering
synths and reverbs
instruments
and stuff like that. So it becomes my feed. So as soon as I see it, I just send it to her, and it's amazing that you're already doing that. Like you're taking a sound of something else and creating something else with it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's so interesting. And yeah, we got to get you some synths and we got to get you some pedals and all that kind of stuff so you can really play around and really just keep creating.
Yeah, I'd recently I've been just trying to turn off my brain when making music, because that's I think I've told you guys about the study where they put a brain scan on like professional jazz pianists. And while they were playing, they were improvising, a certain part in their brain that controls self-control would shut off. Because they are so, like, they're so professional and they're so used to improv. And again, the whole jazz and you can't make a mistake while playing jazz, that when they improv, they're just, that part of their brain shuts off, that self-control, so they just play without caring and without thinking, and that's why it sounds so good, because there's not like that, what if I mess up, what if I do this wrong, they know what they're doing, and they have confidence.
Do you have to train yourself to be able, because again, like I know, I mean, I am no musician at all. I come down here and I sit and I play on the drums every now and then, and I enjoy the free form jazz. I came down and I was trying to learn stuff. I was trying to do stuff, but I'd rather just come down here and, like you said, I'd rather just play and just have fun with it and just go with it. But I find myself all the time like, yeah. And I need to stop that, because
I think that's something that comes with time and practice, and probably, probably practice. Yeah, time and practice, in the sense of just as you get better, you get more comfortable with your skills, and you get a more variety of experience. But then I think practice too, not letting the bad notes, because I mean I really want to get into the jazz genre, but my biggest thing right now is that it's just not easy for me. It doesn't come easy. So I do hear, like, you can't make mistakes in jazz. Yes, you can. In the beginning, you can.
I think you're a bit of a perfectionist too, so I think you need to somewhat let go of that too. That's the problem we all have. Well, that's
the practice in it that you need to.
Right. Yeah, you need to relax and go, you know what? Maybe it doesn't sound right, but it is right. It still is. It's often that's jazz, and that's the fun thing about it is it's wonderful. And you've been working on a lot of different genres of music, playing around in FL Studios. Like what other, like I've heard a lot of it. I've heard like little snippets of so many things, and I can't wait till a lot more of it comes out. But what else have you been working on?
Well, I don't know, something about today and like recently, because I haven't made music in a while. I'm trying not to think, and I'm just going, and I'm trying also not to have what's the word? Like exporting. Like I'm trying not to think of like, where will this go, or will I use this in my game and stuff, because that's another big issue that I'll have, where I'll sit down and I'll be like, I'm gonna put the song in my game, and then I write nothing, because it's like, this isn't good enough for.
You need to just create for no reason. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to develop, because the other song that I will do a little snippet of, that was me trying to write a jazz piece, failing, being like, whatever, I don't care. And then I wrote like an entire 3-minute song.
You didn't fail. You learned from it. Remember that. You didn't fail. I don't like that word.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't fail. You learned from it. If it's a mistake, you learn from it and you move on. What does Bob Ross say?
Happy little accidents.
There you go. That's all we have.
Yeah, but again,
No, but I see. She wanted it. She was expecting it to sound a certain way, and then it wasn't. But then it ended up being amazing.
But after that point, I had like again turned off that part of my brain where it was like, I don't care what happens at this point, because and then I ended up writing that whole song. And
could we hear some more of your stuff? Would you be interested in playing a little bit more and explaining?
We can.
Your musical journey.
We can. Yeah, I guess I could play.
If anybody's looking for a soundtrack for a movie or a television show, Dakota's.
I'm getting there. No, yeah, I wrote like 2 songs today.
I know.
I don't know about the second song.
Yeah. Well, not including the one that I wrote.
Well, I heard the one. Oh, that was the one last night.
Yeah, that was the one last night. I wrote 2 new songs today. One is another creepy ambient piece, but it's it's meant to make you uncomfortable. Like, it's not something that you would probably just normally listen to. It's something that's supposed to be combined with the actual dialogue and scene of the game. So the main focus isn't the music sounding good. It's meant to make you feel
Yes.
Anxious by slowly lowering the pitch just throughout the entirety of the song. It's like 2.5 minutes, I think. Maybe longer, maybe like 3 minutes, and just the entire song is just slowly just going down.
So
And
that's going to add to the
that
creep
that's
factor
a very
of your game.
common thing used in music to try and make scary things, because just the slow decline of the pitch going down is just creepy and unsettling. So that
won't be on the spot channel.
it will not. It is.
It's the opposite.
It is.
Makes you anxious and nervous and.
Yes. And then I started working on a jazz piece, actually.
Okay.
I don't have either one of them.
All right.
I
Well,
mean,
what are we going to hear?
we're gonna hear the song that I've talked about in the past, just the end of it. I just have the piano version on it because I'm working on the full version, but that's not currently done.
Again, all created in FL Studio.
Yes.
Any other programs or things that you used with this, or?
I mean, this song is just a piano VST, and I used the keyboard that I have. It came with 3 VSTs, and one came with a piano VST, and I think I used that for this because that's really good. But the MPK Mini, that's the keyboard I use. It's a little mini keyboard, and I've
awesome.
used it for every project ever.
Yeah.
It is
So.
awesome.
All right.
Alrighty, I will turn our mics down and let's have a listen.
Okay.
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 It's awkward for me to.
I love that song.
It's so awkward. It was just so awkward sitting there. It's like, oh God, what do I do?
So how does it feel to know that your music is now going out there?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
As long as she feels okay.
Yeah, as long as she feels okay. That's all. We're putting our energy, our humor, our music, our flatulence. I've been having a lot of flatulence lately. I apologize. I won't share any on the show, but
Thank you.
it's just listen, keeping it real. That's we go through it all here in this house.
Yes, we do.
A little bit of everything on the Babble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to a lot more music from you. Again, I couldn't be more proud of you for all that you're doing.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Inspiring, getting us down here, keeping this going. Again, every Friday we're going to keep putting this out. And next week, you can come right here, and next Friday there'll be another one up, and I guarantee you it'll be about Dakota, because Jenny and I really don't have anything really much going on.
We'll have a new hobby.
But we'll tell you about the con. We will
right, you can
have
talk
gone
about
to
the
the con, and
Yes.
we'll. I think maybe we. I think we should do maybe a car one. Maybe drive. I'm going to be on the road for a couple hours that day, so I'm thinking of
will
maybe
be
getting the
crocheting.
other camera. Well, you can crochet, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I may do a podcast. While we're
that's
driving.
fine.
I got to get the mount for that other camera, and we got to see. I think you have the old GoPro stuff, so I got to see what I can get out
yeah.
of that.
Okay.
So we'll try to do that. So who knows what the next Babble will be, but we're here. We're having fun. We're trying to spread the positive message and the music and the good stuff and less flatulence. And
Music, yeah.
music. Anything you'd like to add to
The
the
amount of stuff that's going on?
yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
I want to check out that book, though. I'm very interested
yes.
in that book.
Soul Boom, Rainn Wilson. Like I said, heard a lot about it. Looking forward to it, and I will keep you advised on what's going on with this book as
Yes.
as I get into it. You.
Me. I'm thinking if there's anything else about the music. I don't know, that song, I don't have a name for it yet. I don't know what genre it's gonna be in.
Well, ever since the beginning, and this is up to you if you want to add the old video of you. What was the name of like one of your first piano songs that we have on tape?
Rummus.
Rummus. Yeah, you come up with great names for songs, so I'm not worried about it. That was if you can find that, if you want to throw that in, you could throw Rummus.
Oh, I remember that song.
Yeah.
Yes. I know that was one of your. And how old were you when you did that? You just sat down at the piano and you just.
Yeah, like 8 or 9.
Yeah, you just.
Rummus.
Rummus. So
first,
yeah, we'll have a good name for another song. She's if you need any names for your songs.
Trust me, my files are a nightmare. I have 3 separate songs named with different amounts of M's. And it's like, is it the with 3 M's or 4 M's or 6 M's? And they're all completely different from one another. And then like I'll hate one of them and I'll be like, oh, it's that one.
There you go. Stop naming it and name one of them 6 M's. Name the other one. This way you know how many M's. And yeah, 3
No, because
M's.
when
You'll
I
get
name-
sued by 4M or
when
3M
I name
or whatever.
when I name a song, it's because I'm unsure of whether I want to keep it or not. But then I end up keeping all of my music because it's like, what if I decide that I like this like 4 years down the line, and then I keep every song that I've ever written, even though if it's like 2 notes.
You have no other word than or no other description of the song that.
You should see all the names of my files. It's all like, I don't know, jazz. Maybe, and it's like,
See, you know the
It's just
interesting. You know what I
conversations.
love about and this is great about this. This is a family thing. I love seeing when you get something from me, and I love seeing when you get something from your mom. This you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Listen.
What did you used to name your toys? Name some of your toys as a kid.
Well,
Let's hear it. Go ahead.
Listen, first of all, there was
Go
never
ahead.
confusion. You always knew what it was. So we had a monkey. It was a monkey. We had bear. It was a bear. Trying to think some of the other ones. I remember monkey and bear really being the main.
see, I would get creative if I had like a stuffed animal named Penguin. I would name it Penguino. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, still.
Not this one.
Well, at least I named our children a lot better.
You were almost girl.
And Jaden was
As a
boy.
boy.
Well, it's direct though, and there's no confusion. Bear was bear. You knew he was like, "Could you get monkey?"
All right.
He wasn't like, "Which one?"
All right.
One monkey.
Okay.
Monkey.
Tell the story of at the hospital with when the girl wanted a stuffed animal.
Oh, one of our hospital stays at NYU when they brought the wrong.
Because last time that we brought this up, you said that story, and you're like, "This is why you should name stuffed animals."
Okay,
This is why.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
You're right, go ahead.
Exactly. They were in the corner. We were in NYU. Jaden was probably maybe 7 years old or
Yeah, it was
around there.
I don't know if
He
it
was
one of
young.
his brain surgeries or what.
he
it
was
yeah.
he was young, and it was a 4-person room. It was that was the was that the ICU? That might have been considered. I don't even know. I think it was the ICU.
I think it was the ICU. We were
And
3 other families in a tiny
3 other
room.
family, exactly. So they're in the corner, and the husband goes to get, I guess, a stuffed animal, and he comes back with one of those huge, like the big carry one. So he's coming in with this thing.
It was a good 4 or 5 feet tall.
It was tall, and he was
big.
not a big man. He
No,
was a
it was,
small
it was
man.
about the size of him.
Yeah, and so the wife looks at him and she's like, "That's not Oliver." The man left the room so defeated. He, like, we were picturing him on the elevator going back home. Like, we were picturing him on the subway, sadly sitting with this thing. I think it was a, what was it?
I don't know what but it was that moment when the way she was
She's
just
like,
like,
"That's not
that's not Oliver.
And I'm like,
it was like he was just defeated and just left. And then, but it did bring up a good point that if
had she named it Llama or whatever it was, there would have been no confusion. Obviously, he didn't know who Oliver was, but he would have known what a llama was. So
okay, so
that
you can always argue something, and there's always logic for something. So there's your logic for if you want to name your bear, your monkey, your lion, then.
Oh, I think we had a lion.
And what was its name?
Lion. There was never confusion. Never confusion. Snoopy was Snoopy, obviously, because he already had a name. Other he probably would have been dog otherwise. Listen, I was a child. I wasn't used to naming things, obviously. So I did better with my children. So it was a positive ending to that story.
I have good naming skills, despite the.
No, you do.
Yeah.
My character names.
Yeah,
are
her
pretty cool.
character names are really good. They're different.
Your song naming skills, however, need some work.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Just letter spam. I just like punch the keyboard and it's like whatever.
Whatever's there is there.
Whatever's there is the name.
I shall call this.
Oh, yay. Well, this has definitely been a fun one, that's for sure. That's what I love about this, just coming on, seeing what's going on, and catching up, and just. That's all it is. It's just. Like I said, you're not going to learn anything here. You're not going to get any knowledge that's going to improve your life. Unless you want to learn how to name your toys. There we go.
Listen, I think the Oliver story speaks for itself.
Yeah, I will never forget.
Oh my God, we laughed about that. We felt so bad for him, but then we laughed about that.
It was like the winter time in like New York, and it may have been raining, and it was probably like nighttime. And now he had to go back, and they were New Yorkers, and I forget they said where they were from, and it was like the other side.
We just pictured him sitting in the subway with this poor stuff.
And now he's got to go get another big, because he came back, and I think it was still something big, but it wasn't as big.
But the thing is, like seeing him getting off the elevator, like because. And you remember those elevators at NYU? They were like at least 30 people would like jam pack in there because it took forever.
Yeah,
and we're imagining him with this huge stuffed animal, and it wasn't even Oliver. And the wife made him feel so horrible.
If it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be in a hospital, but it's going to be in New York.
Yes.
Like if that's socially acceptable anywhere, it's New York.
Well, anything is acceptable in New York.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
if you're going to be carrying a giant, like 5-foot stuffed animal
one's going to
around,
question it.
No one's going to question it.
You can pretty much get away with anything in New York without question, I think. That's,
we just pictured him so defeated.
Yeah, I just
walking home in the rain with his.
Living in an ICU, we were going through a lot, and then it was just, to see that, it was just like, I wanted to like go out and like hug
But they, you know what the thing is, they weren't, you could tell they weren't regular hospital people. Like, you can tell when they're there for just
Unfortunately, we're regular hospital people.
We're regular hospital people, so we know how to behave.
Yeah, I guess
you know the etiquette.
Exactly.
There is. I mean,
we're kinder to each other. Like, if you ever did that, I would never be like, oh, that's not all. Like, I would never, I'd be like, oh my God, that's great. It's nice and big. That'll be distracting. No, that woman made him feel
stress level
horrible.
is so high living in hospitals, and just to see that was heartbreaking.
We felt bad, but then, then we had a good chuckle afterwards.
So we can find out who the guy is. I'd like to send him a copy of Soul Boom if we can find out who he is. I think he needs a Soul Boom. I'm sure they're divorced.
Yeah, it was. We don't know really.
We don't know.
Didn't seem like a good situation.
Alrighty, welp. It's been welp. Do we want to keep going with anything, or are we just are we done with this one? Or
I think we're good. That's a good way to end it.
I think we're good.
I think we are good. I think this was again just another babble. Until the next one, it's the peace, it's the love, and it's the laughter.
The laughter.
Bye bye.
The laughter.
Bye bye.